It's Valley of the Beast. It's Valley of the Beast.
What up, world? This is the Valley of the Beast podcast. I'm your host, Jamaal the RX, and I got here with me my co-host. What's your name, man?
It's your boy, Taye, Mr. Wyoming. You from saying here, cowboy, Wizxrd Taylor.
And yes, like DJ Envy, we got a very special guest today. This man is a DJ, producer, all-around manager, all-around great guy. He works with the Phoenix Cypher. He has done beat battles. He has done many DJ gigs, and we're going to talk about all that. Let's bring out DJ Nonsense.
Oh, she got the old dirty bastard shirt on too. That's
Baby, I look at
that's some tight shit. We fucking with that. We fuck
saying hip hop 24/7.
hip hop 24/7.
You know? How y'all doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm live, man. I got my hat. Jamal is official today with this one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They're official today.
Yep, I got my membership at my Mirror Creatives, so I'm excited about that. And we definitely gonna make a lot more recordings, a lot more podcast episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Membership here?
Huh?
Membership here?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Dope. Yeah, I was curious where you guys always shot your guys' episodes at and stuff. So
Don't tell nobody where we at.
Oh.
We have to kill you.
Didn't you just say it? Membership. Yeah, what's up, man?
Man, what's been going on with you? Y'all been killing it over there at Phoenix Cypher, dog. Like
It's
we
been a lot of hard work and a lot of fun, but yeah, and just going with the flow of things. Just working, then the cipher, and then little DJ things here and there, you know?
Well, he bringing out the laptop.
Just in case you guys want to hear some stuff, you know?
Hell yeah.
I got some beats. I got a few singles I've been working on my whole debut album under the Initiative Records. Shout out my boy Don Moto and Lupe. Fucking signed me to the label, so now I'm working on a whole debut project, you know?
Okay.
And yeah, I ended up taking everything down off of streaming because I had everything under DJ Nonsense. But I'm in a whole process of a rebrand with the logo with Beats by Nons, and so my boy So Severe actually helped me put that all together, helped me, because I couldn't really trademark Nonsense,
Yeah.
you know, so I had to shorten it and come up with the crazy ass
You can't trade.
well, just to the letter Nonsense, I had to spell it a certain way.
Oh,
just
yeah, because it's like a common word.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. So,
Okay.
and my boy So Severe, his son actually drew up the logo. He came up with the name Nons, just shortened it to Nons, and his son ended up doing the logo for me. So, yeah, it was dope. It was cool. So I got a lot of things in the
Where did the
works.
name come from though, dog? Like
What, Nonsense?
yeah, nonsense has been around, but where did your nonsense come from? You know what I'm saying?
Damn. When did I change my name? I started DJing when I was 11, right? So when I was 11, my first name was DJ Click, because I like to scratch a lot when I was a kid. So just the click of the fader. So it was just always clicking. So for a while I went by DJ Click. And then from there I went from, I got a little bit older, I changed it to A-Wing for some reason. I don't know why I went down that wing. It was just a random name. I was like, I'm just going to change it to A-Wing. And then
A-Wing.
it just, I didn't like that name. And then I went through one more name change. The third one's going to be The Charm. And I was just sitting in my room cutting one day. I was just thinking about names, and I was like, Nonsense. I was like, hey, it has two meanings to it. As you could be nonsense, that's fucking nonsense. Or nonsense, yo, that's fucking dope. That's nonsense. And it just clicked in my head, and I just ran with it. I think that was 2012, I think. 2011, 2012, when I actually made that switch to the name to Nonsense. And yeah, I don't know, it just stuck. It just sounded right, rolling off my tongue, you know? Yeah, this is it. This is gonna be the name. And because I didn't want to change my name again after that. This was the third. The first one when I was a kid, so I don't really count those. And then this one was this is gonna be the official, and it just stuck. It just
The
went from there.
official. It was that one that you said,
Yeah.
I know that.
But back then there wasn't a lot of nonsense either. There wasn't a lot of people going by nonsense. Now I see it's kind of common. I see people saying nonsense a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But back then when I first, because I did my research, seeing who was using it and all that at the time, and there was nobody using it. So
So you cop something signature because nobody ain't no DJ nonsense out here.
you know, when I
can't-
hear people use it, I'm like, okay, like let me see what type of nonsense are they on. Are they like nonsense or like they nonsense? Like,
Right.
Have you ever heard of somebody else named DJ Nonsense?
I have, unfortunately. Nowadays, it's like everybody pretty much using names. Like, I know somebody that's named Jamaal the something, you know? So it's unfortunately
Nah, that don't count. Jamaal the RX is like you can't count that. If Jamaal the RX is out somewhere out there, go kill yourself. But like,
you ain't the real RX.
yeah, we got the real one right here. We got
You got the real pharmaceuticals right here.
on God, man. Like I'm fucking with the stickers too. I'm a big sticker fan.
Oh, thank you, my dude. Yeah, this is my boy Lisco. If you guys need video work or anything done, hit up my boy Lisco, JV Lisco on Instagram. He does videos. I did this sticker right here. This is back when I was working with my dude Secrecy. And
Like you made that?
Yeah, I made it. Fucking Simpsons thing.
Oh shit, that
and
is The Simpsons.
fucking. We were going in the process of figuring out a little name we were gonna go by, but it didn't really pan out. But it's still, you know, it's a part of the journey. But 4 a.m. because we were always making beats. Fucking 4 a.m. You know,
Always?
always 4 a.m. When I was in the studio in Tempe, we were there from fucking 12 in the afternoon to like 5 in the morning. So we were in there.
Did you and Jamaal ever work?
Oh yeah. Me and
That
Jamaal worked. Yeah, we have a few beats we collabed on. Shit, me and Jamaal go back since 2018, since the beat Mecca Phoenix days. Shout out to Arza on that.
See, Arizona, y'all hear that? Shout out to Arizona. We love Arizona out here. We're gonna clap it up for Arizona right now. You know what I'm saying?
You already know. But yeah, that's how I met Jamaal. And my first, when I actually went to Beat Mecca, my first time going out there, I didn't even do the beat battle. I was just shooting pictures I was like, yo, I'll just pull up my camera and just shoot pictures. And then Jamaal actually won that beat battle that day too. And I was like, yo, this dude's fucking fire. I was like,
You won a beat battle?
Yeah, and the crazy part is, prior to that, I had lost like all the time. Like, I lost 11 months in a row until I won that night.
How you lose 11? Like, did you at least get like second place?
No, I never made it to the final round until that day. So
Hey, to be fair, I lost every beat battle that we did too. So like, I am not even.
that
tripping.
happens, you know.
It's like, damn, when am I gonna win? But to be fair, I didn't have my laptop. I was off of a phone.
I feel it.
I lost to you one time, I think. Did you play against me in a beat battle?
I don't remember. Maybe I don't know. Was it any of the Valley of the Beat stuff or?
Yeah. Nah, it was probably somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't imagine losing.
Most of the time when I did the Valley of the Beat stuff, it was just me DJing, huh? Did I battle at all?
you battled.
I don't remember. Yeah.
Yeah. Last March, I remember that because you played the. I know you're gonna play it today too. One of the beats that sounded like Cameo. You played that.
Oh yeah, I think my cameo flip.
Oh yeah, you was there with Prime. Was there? Noctimus Prime, is that his name?
Oh yeah. Now yes,
Mhm.
that
It was out in Tempe.
Yeah, out in Tempe. Yep. Now I remember that. Yeah, it was all of us. I think that's the first night I met you too.
That is.
Yeah, it is the first night I met. No, I met you in December. You came to the one out in
Mesa.
Mesa. Oh,
Was it Mesa? Yeah.
It was Mesa.
Yeah.
I think it was Mesa was the first time I met you, and then December is when you were actually on the bill. Because I think you just pulled up to that event, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So see, it's been a minute, and I think that's where Vabrics. No, Vabrics met me at the Tempe one, I think. Because that's how I got in contact with Vabrics. She pulled up to Valley of the Beats.
Oh yeah.
And then Vabrics hit me up for a show, and then from there did a show, and that's how I met Moto, JB, everybody from the Phoenix Cypher, and then they just like bound place like right after that fucking show and shit.
So like, as a producer out here, how long have you been out? You've been out here all your life, right?
Yeah, born and raised.
And you've been doing music for more than 10 years now. So what type of impact do you feel like you've left on, even if it's not wide, if you feel like you've left an impact on your community or the people around you? How would you say you've impacted your circle?
I just say in a positive way. Everybody always tells me that you're just a positive person, and just I guess in a positive way. I can't really. How would I say I impacted everybody? Because me, I don't really like pat myself on the back a lot.
Mhm.
So it's just like to hear that question, I'm like, how did I empower people? How do you think, Jamaal? What do you think when you? Let me ask you that. Have I inspired you, impact you in any way?
Definitely. Like, I realized by watching you, like, obviously you collaborate with a lot of people, and I realized that is important, especially in this music industry. You got to collaborate with people, you got to network with people, because that's how you get to the next level. That's how, you know, you expand your career. That's how basically everything comes about. So he's definitely a man that networks with everybody. So,
Yeah, if you got good vibes, I'll work with you. You know what I'm saying? And I think too is I don't rush anything either. So like most people that I collab with and work with, they're always like on that same wavelength. You know what I'm saying? So it's always just like when the timing is right, if I'm in the studio and then you're free, or like as long as I don't feel rushed, it's gonna happen, and then it's just gonna then we'll make some magic. You know what I'm saying? So
like if you knew you were never gonna go beyond where you were now, like if like life was the universe or a god was just like, yo, your music career, whatever you're doing, this is it. Like you could still do everything you're doing, but like it's not going no higher. Would you be happy with that?
I actually would be, to be honest. I feel like I accomplished a lot in the underground independent scene for the most. Like I got to collab with one of my favorite producers out in New Zealand called Chef. And he has a big song called "Write This Down," and it's one of the like biggest instrumentals a lot of people come across with him. And I remember when I was making beats when I first started back in 2011, 2012, I was really bumping him heavy, and I would always analyze his beats a lot. And I told my buddy one day, I was like, you know what? I am going to work with this guy one day. I don't know how or what's going to happen or how it's going to come into fruition, but one day I'm going to actually be able to sit down and work with this dude. And fast forward, literally, I collabed with him in 2022, 2023. I got to do the hooks for his songs. I got to scratch and stuff on his songs. And it was like 10 years later. And then he hit me up. I did a scratch video on Instagram. And then I ended up tagging him. And then he DM'd me. He's like, bro, your shit's dope. He was like, you want to hop on some tracks? And I was like, are you sure? I was like, bro, I've been a big fan since like I was a kid. And he was like, yeah, bro, like your shit's dope. So like working with him, and then like getting my boy So Severe, he's really tapped in with all the like New York MCs and shit. So like the Bad Seed and like some of the people from the Artifacts and like stuff like that. So he would send my music out to them and just getting their feedback and be like, yo, this dude's ill. Like tell him to keep going, tell him to keep pushing. Like just those little things. I'm like, I know that I'm good enough and I'm happy on what I've done because I have, you know, people have gave me my flowers pretty much, you know, and I'm cool with it. If I was to die tomorrow, I'll be happy with what I accomplished.
I mean, I ain't gonna wish no death.
No,
on
yeah,
her,
no,
not
definitely.
like-
No, I'm just saying, no, you know.
yeah.
That's fire, because a lot of people like, nah, man, I ain't make it. I ain't meet Kendrick. I ain't meet. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people
Yeah.
base their success off of
On
like,
and those are like top tier levels, you know. And me, like, I'm just when I was first coming out DJing with my older cousin and his crew, the Record Breakers, they always told me like, just embrace the journey, just have fun with it. It's gonna be a lot of ups and downs, but if you just enjoy it and have fun with it, then there isn't anything else, you know.
So what is success as a producer to y'all? Like, is it like, what is that to y'all? Success as a producer, like whether it be in general of like what makes a producer successful, or like whether it means to like y'all specifically.
As long as you feel accomplished, you know, don't base it on anybody else. Like me, I feel like I'm accomplished. Like, but I don't like. Yeah, I got my flowers from certain people, but at the same like.
Well, there's accomplished and there's successful. You can feel accomplished, like you finished a project today.
I guess successful is when I got to collab, like with So Chef, and then when I started working with a lot of UK artists, like independently, and like my sound traveled. I feel like because like when I had my studio, I was working with a lot of UK artists, New York artists, California. So like my sound really spread out, and I feel like. Yeah, I accomplished a lot, and it was like my sound traveling. Yeah, it may not be on the mainstream level, but at least like in the scope of things, I guess I accomplished a lot in like the independent scene.
You did what you felt like you're. I think there's a lot of people probably have missed that you did what you wanted, the purpose of your music. And even if you didn't meet all the famous people that do, this was like, oh,
like it touched people, you know.
I touched this person. It reached this person, bro. I made it. I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Fuck y'all. oh, bro, but you ain't work with Timbaland, not pro. Come on, I don't care, bro. What about you, Jamaal? What do you feel like success is as a producer?
You know, it's like you gotta have your own personal goals, your own personal things that you want to obtain, your own personal dreams. Some people may view success as being mainstream, and I think that's like the least.
That's like the main thing people
Yeah.
think about is like mainstream. I'm like, just if you think about that, you're gonna just fucking
You're gonna drown. You'll never look,
down. You're gonna
never restrict your progress.
Yeah. And some people look at that like, if I'm not mainstream, then I'm not successful, or I'm not doing enough, or you know, things of that nature. And you don't necessarily want to drive yourself crazy over that either, because your journey is your journey. Everybody got their own journeys where they need to go to. So, you know. Yeah.
Fuck them. What Bernie Mac said, fuck them.
Fuck.
Put the hands up against the wall and handcuff and fuck them right behind. You know? That was the shit, bro. Hell yeah. Fuck them. If they ain't got your success is your success. That makes you a respectable and modest person. We appreciate that.
A lot of ups and downs in this game. You know, it's either gonna make you or break you.
Did you have a lot of ups and downs with Phoenix Cypher? Like when you guys were starting that, did you guys ever have like bumpy roads?
Nah.
No, you guys have always been clicked in.
Yeah, it just clicked. Like this is the first click that I felt like that it just made sense to where there was no like animosity. There wasn't like no bumpy heads. Like we were all on the same page. We can all voice our opinions, and then we all take from each other inputs and stuff. Like there isn't like one person. No, we got to do it this. We got to do it like this, like that. Like nah, like we all come together. I think it's because we're all seasoned too. Like a lot of us have been doing it for so long. Like Moto 10+ years, JB photography like 10+ years. Lisco been shooting for a long time. Like everybody,
Shout out to them.
yeah, shout out to the whole team. Vavrix has been doing it for a long time too. So like everybody's so seasoned to where it's like we're all, even Jamal's been doing his shit too. So like we're all seasoned to where it's just like it makes it so smooth, and we have all the core components to where it's just like here are my weaknesses, but I know you're strong at that. Here are my strengths, and I know you guys are weak at that. So let's just put it all together, and then like everybody do their part, and it's gonna just come. But yeah, it's been a smooth ride, to be honest. It's been fun. It's been really fun.
Let me ask this though, like, how did you get into the Phoenix Cypher? Like, even though I'm a part of it, I still don't know the origins. All I know is I got thrown in.
Yeah.
So
I used to see how it feels.
We pulled Jamaal in. We just like, yo, gotta get Jamaal. Like,
yeah.
Fabrics, after our first show in February of 25 right now? So 2023, I think was our first show. Or no, it was last year, 2024. Yeah. Our first show in February. So we did our first show. That's when I met JB. I met Moto. And then Fabrics came over about a few weeks later. And then he was like, I have an idea. Oh, actually, I think he mentioned it during rehearsals. He was like, I have an idea with my friend Jamila. We're talking about doing a cipher. And at that time, I thought it was like going to be like a one-off thing, you know, like we're going to shoot a cipher and then that's it, you know?
Type shit.
Yeah, I didn't really think it was going to be like a whole big thing that he was really pushing. And so yeah, he brought it up during rehearsal one time, and then he actually hit me up about maybe a week or two after our first show together. And JB was at the show, and she was just, I guess so they were missing one core part. They were missing a DJ. That was like the one thing they wanted. They were missing was true hip hop. Because I'm a turntablist. Like I call myself a DJ, but I'm more of a turntablist because I just love scratching. Like I love scratching. I love.
Is that not the same thing?
Yeah, no. Like a turntablist does like I like beat juggling. I like doing. I think on my last show when me and Fabrics did, I was doing like leg scratches and like doing tricks and shit like that. So I go a turntablist is a person that just. Yeah, it does a lot of.
Yeah, it's more of an art form. But
yeah.
It's like I'm running a party right now.
Yeah.
Versus a DJ who just like gets up, plays music, and make blends all day and stuff. But because I feel like that term's so loosely used too, like DJ.
Yeah.
And like people are like, "Oh, you're a DJ." I'm like, nah, I'm a turntable.
We talked about that with producers and beat makers. Like overall, like. Beat producers are like the people who are involved with the overall process of how it goes. Beat makers are people who make the beats.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's the perfect example.
But that's wholesome. I love that. Like you guys basically were just like pulling each other. Like, hey, y'all want to do this? And one day he came in there like, nah, let's keep doing.
Yeah, and then that's exactly. He's like, yeah, we're gonna shoot it this day. Pull up to the studio, and like I said, I met Moto at at the show,
Mm-hmm.
but then then I came to find out he was the one that was running that out of that studio. And so Moto pulled up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember you from the show." And then we shot our first episode and test run, and then
Mm-hmm.
it's just been smooth sailing ever since.
Then they called you Jamaal, and then when you walked in, they closed the door and turned off the lights.
Come on, Jamaal.
Jump.
He got jumped in, but yeah, it just kind of happened. It just happened, and I'm blessed that it did, because this past 3 years has been a journey for me. Jamaal knows I lost a close friend of mine 3 years ago, and my buddy Ant, and after I lost him, I kind of just shut down for a little bit, went off the grid for a few months just to refocus and get my mind right and everything. And I thought I was around a good crowd of people, but it turns out, you really see who's there for you when you're at your lowest.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I went MIA for a few months, I was like, this is gonna see who's down for me and who's gonna be talking shit around my back and like just thinking about themselves, like see who's really looking out for me. And out of that whole crew, there was only one person that was looking out for me, and that was my buddy Lisco. And when I came back out of my like depression or my little 3-month hiatus type shit, I was hitting everybody up. Everybody, the ones that were talking shit to me were just talking shit to me. And I was like, okay, well, you guys don't get, like, I just lost one of my close friends. So it's just like, and it was a suicide on top of that. So it hit really hard. And so once I knew where their mindset was, I was like, okay, I can just X you out. It was just that simple. I was like, you're not meant for me. And the only one that stuck by was my buddy Lisco. And he would fill me in. He was like, yeah, bro, when you were gone for 3 months at the studio, because I had a room out of this studio in Tempe. So I was renting my own little room there was like maybe 4 or 5 rooms out of that studio.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but yeah, and then Lisco's like, yeah, bro, they didn't get it. They didn't want you to heal. Like they didn't, yeah, it was just weird. So, but he stuck by, and he's part of the Phoenix Cypher. Lisco, he's Lisco the shooter. And after that, yeah, it took me 3 years to just get back on track with my music, with my mental, with everything. And the last 3 years have just been a journey, and I'm glad that I came out of it and everything just realigned, like with the Cypher. Now, like I said, I have a crew that just, everything I was searching for just found me, but it took me a little bit to, accept it and move forward and everything. But it's been good though.
You healed, bro. Have you ever
Yeah.
talked about this story? Have you ever told this story often?
No, I don't. I mean, some people know it, but not a lot of people.
I could tell, bro. It's a beautiful thing. You could tell when like somebody is like actually express something from the heart often, depending how they say it, or if not, like body language and all, bro. That's an emotional thing, bro, and that's what.
It still touches. I still have a lot of survivor's guilt. There's a lot of things you wish you could have done and could have said and kind of changed, but that's just life. And it took me a while to just let go and be like, that was his decision, and he knew I loved him. He knew the crew loved him, the people that really loved him, and
Drop an album with his name on it,
yeah.
bro.
Oh no, I released some of his music too. He goes by Vex. He's on Spotify and stuff. I have his Spotify linked up. I pay for it every year
Mm-hmm.
to keep his music up and for his family to keep hearing it. I have like a few songs left, but we didn't really get to record a lot. I want to say I have like maybe 4 or 5 more joints left to drop under his name before I actually drop his first and last album, pretty much. But I feel like when I drop that, it's literally closing the book. So like, and it's kind of hard mixing his stuff too, because hearing his voice and like, it just puts me back in that state of mind too. So it's so hard to like mix his stuff sometimes. Like most of it's done. There's a few songs that I still have to mix and master, but it's just opening a wound every time. So.
Felt, bro.
But
Felt.
it's gonna get there. It's gonna get there. It will drop. At least his banger songs right now they're out.
Well, speaking of drops, do you have anything coming out right now? Like, there anything we can expect from you in like the next month or so?
Yeah, probably next month, most likely. I just recorded a single, my first single, Honor Initiative Records, with my buddy Moto.
Wait, you rapping?
No, I made the beat. I'm produced. I produced the beat.
Okay,
Yeah,
he's spin.
Everybody wants me to rap, but I was like, I don't rap. I just produce. But my first single is actually going to be dropping soon. It's featuring Destiny Rose and Don Moto. We actually recorded. Would you really? Because like my whole work schedule has been crazy, so I haven't had enough time in the studio. But I got a new schedule and everything's back on track. So I finally got to record a single on Tuesday night. This past Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And once we recorded it, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the first single that's gonna drop under my new name, because I'm in a whole rebrand right now at Beats by Nons. So
So it's not gonna be nonsense no more.
it's still nonsense. That's just, but on Spotify and stuff, it's just gonna be Beats by Nons.
Beats by Nas, like
Mhm.
NONS.
NAWNS.
Oh, NA, like okay, like Jan, but with an M.
Yep.
Yeah, check it out.
Hold on, let me get that. Let me get that real quick and put that on the camera. Put that on the camera. Yeah, we're gonna put that in the camera. We gonna
You gotta
It's, oh damn it, damn it.
Just hit the bottom one.
Oh, there it go.
Yeah,
Y'all see that? Nope. It's kind of dark.
the kind of dark. Yeah,
It's kind of dark, but you can see it.
yeah. That's my new logo that was designed by my buddy's son. So Severe, his son designed that for me, because I've been in a whole, like I said, I couldn't trademark the name nonsense, so we just shortened it to Nons. And yeah,
You could have changed the A, and been like,
I
nonsense.
I thought about changing a few letters around, like the C or the S or the I, but I was just like,
it wouldn't be authentic to the name.
yeah. And then once I saw the logo, like after, like, cause we had the name Nons, but once I saw the logo, I was like, okay, yeah, this shit slaps. Like, slap that shit on a t-shirt. That shit's gonna be
Yeah.
It's actually a fire logo.
right.
Yeah.
Gives you, yeah.
You fuck with that, Jamaal?
Yeah. Who designed the logo?
My buddy's son.
Okay.
Oh, my buddy you met at my crib. My coworker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. His son designed this.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
he does graphic designs and shit. So yeah,
Okay.
but he's been helping me for a whole year how to rebrand and like everything, because
Ask him.
he's
for
a
that, too.
old school hip hop head. Like he grew up in New York and shit too. So like he knew like Prodigy and like he knew some of the members of Woo, and like there's a lot of like New York cat and stuff. So just to have his input and stuff is pretty big, because he put me, he'll send my stuff around to people in New York that we has ties to and stuff. And then when I got the feedback from the artifacts, I was like, oh, that's just dope. Like,
Yeah.
classic group. And they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, this dude's dope.
Yeah, getting feedback from the artifacts is fucking nuts.
Yeah, right. That should trip me out. I was like, okay. So I was like,
I'll never quit after.
exactly, right?
Never give up.
Never give up. So,
You're the best.
yeah. So, but yeah, I have a single with Destiny. I should probably play those.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Play that shit. Hell yeah.
And also you got to discover it with the Bluetooth.
Okay, I got you.
But
all
before you
experience.
play it, is there anybody that you want to shout out?
Shit, shout out the Phoenix Cypher crew. Shout out
the
to
Phoenix
Jamal.
Cypher.
Shout out Tay. Shout out Lisco, Mavericks, fucking Modo, Jamila, Deepest, Swavy, Mona, Monski, So Severe, my mother, my father for making me, fucking everybody who's believing in me, you know? That keeps telling me to keep going, and they say my shit's dope. Cause like it's funny, cause like I still get wow when like my friend was telling me this. She's like, "Why do you get so surprised when people say your stuff is good?" I'm like, "Cause I'm just humble, like you know."
You don't expect it. You just stop telling you. Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe it's like you tell yourself your shit is good.
Mhm.
It doesn't feel as good as somebody else telling you. You know it's good, but you making it so other people can like it.
Feel it, you know?
Right. So if other people feel it, you like, fuck yeah. Somebody gonna feel it unless
Yeah.
your shit really just trash.
And that's how my buddy from work, it was like when I first told him I made beats, he was like, you make beats, and like he's very honest. So he was like,
And the Bluetooth is called Rodecaster.
Rodecaster Pro.
Yeah.
And he was like, he's like, yeah, send me some. It was right after I dropped one of my beat tapes. And at first he was kind of like, okay, let's see. Because he's like, everybody makes beats. You know, everybody says they make beats. And then he was like, yo, I slapped your tape and your shit is fire. Like, I'm a hard ass critic. And like, nah, like before he would always send me samples and he would always put, can you flip this? Can you flip this? And then like after like a few samples, he was like, he took that can out. He's like, yo, flip this. Like, flip. Like, it's like, there's no can in there now. It's like, no, you can flip this. Like, flip
Yeah.
this shit. So it was like, I was like, yeah, I noticed that. I was like, at first you would say can't a lot. I was like, can you? And then now it's just like, no, bro, flip this. Like, I know you can flip it. So, all right. So I'm good. So this song's going to be called Sonora Sunset.
Okay.
And I'll play Destiny's little snippet from the top. So I produced the beat, and then we got Destiny and Moto on this track. This is gonna be my first single under Initiative Records right here.
Let me know when it starts.
All right, try to lower it. Okay.
Shout out to Destiny and Moto. Shout out to Initiative Records.
Yeah, I want some fucking up.
Sonori Sunset.
Sonora sunset, I'm craving de la rosa, vamos a los antojitos, cafecito with some conchas. Mucho calor, pero no siento dolor, morenita.
She performed this at your show, didn't she?
No, this is the holding record. Yeah, we just made this Tuesday.
Lleno de mucho amor, por favor nunca olvides. Te quiero para siempre, en mi corazón lo vives y quedes en mi mente. I can see you smile when I'm vibrating music. We share playlists and I bump them while we cruising. Top down, feeling like the Tarantino movie. Ain't nobody party like the way you be.
Compadres pendejos con Moto. Bien tranquilo navegando mi destino. Huellas de gigante cada vez que piso.
But yeah, it's a little snippet. That's gonna be coming soon. That's gonna be coming soon.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know he was Hispanic.
Humoto?
Yeah, I didn't know he could spin Spanish. I didn't know he spoke Spanish. I was
Oh
like,
yeah, and it's so crazy because like we have another song. I'll play that one for you called "Spill the Wine," and that one too. He goes back from English and Spanish,
that is an interesting
and
thing.
so effortlessly too. Like it's just like a smooth flow, and like a lot of people when they hear his stuff, they're like, "Damn, he does that shit so."
Are you also Hispanic?
Yeah, but I don't speak Spanish.
I know.
Yeah.
I know it's not.
I'm like,
Don't
fourth
judge,
generation.
y'all.
I'm
Don't.
just fourth generation removed. Like I never really, I didn't grow up speaking it, but being around these guys, they be teaching me a lot though.
Mhm.
Like being around Moto and AB and them, they'd be like, "Bro, we're gonna teach you." I'm like, I have no doubt. Like,
Did your parents speak Spanish?
my dad grew up speaking it. My mom didn't. She picked it up from her job. She works in the school district, but
Mhm.
my dad grew up speaking it. But my dad always told me, he's like, I didn't really care for speaking it, especially when he had us. And he was like he's like, yeah, I can speak it, understand it, but like, I just don't really like speaking it. I was like, oh, that's cool. I was like, it is what it is.
Tight.
I was like, people hear that, they're like, oh, you don't speak Spanish? I'm like,
I want to learn, bro. I feel like you gotta know in your job place, especially in Arizona.
definitely
or
gonna be a no.
America. Yes.
But I'm definitely on that tip right now of like learning and like,
Jamaal, can you speak Spanish?
Nope, I just know the basics.
I just know all the cuss
Yeah.
words.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Pendejo.
Pendejo. Here's this other track. This is actually I'm pretty sure it's gonna be on Miyamoto, because Miyamoto got an EP that we're working on, but this is gonna drop on Moto's end. It's called I end up flipping the war song "Spill the Wine." So how you're good. This is one of our favorite tracks. Like just
Sigo navegando, son las 10 de la mañana. Todo bien tranquilo, con jugada tras jugada. Agarro una llamada, pues es una de mis damas. Que lleve los gallitos, ella tiene las caguamas. Tengo ese estilo que sigue en pleno efecto. Puro de lo duro, pone pelos en tu pecho. Bienvenidos a mi zona, somos el desierto. Donde los nervios de picados andan chuecos. Let's go. Moving nothing but that petrol like Dave. Steady pushing up the threshold, stop me. But I gotta get my rest, so I fly. We've been hustling from the
Nice.
yeah. So that's one track. We have like I think 3 or 4 or maybe 5 tracks already ready to go. But yeah, the one with Destiny Miyamoto, that's gonna be my first single out under my name, and then this one Miyamoto got an EP working in the progress. We actually so
Mhm.
yeah, I got some new heat coming. It's been building up, taking this day by day.
Y'all just don't know. He got some shit coming. He got the
gun.
Got the shit. He got the shit.
Fucking.
Got the shit. Hold on. He got that. He got that shit. He got that shit.
Nigga,
Got that shit.
got beat for days. Hit him with the shots. Hit him with the shots.
Yeah, go ahead, play some beats. Let me know when you're trying to job bring that shit in.
Let's see.
Let me get in.
Oh, I flipped. It's one of my favorite. Where is it out? Outstanding. Fucking.
Well, hold up. Actually, don't play it.
Oh, I won't.
Don't play it. Don't play it. We're gonna hold that. You just played us 2 dope tracks.
I appreciate that.
If they really want to you know what I'm saying? They really want to hear the jit. They gonna see what was legit.
Oh,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
It's
Like,
gonna drop. It's gonna drop.
We ain't
Please don't
gonna
tune.
we ain't gonna give them too much. That's the point of the platform, to promote what it is and show what it's about. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
those 2 songs are some of my favorite songs. Like, and it's good too. Like, people are like, "Who do you make music?" I just make music for myself, really. I mean, I make music for people, but like, if I can sit in my car and like have it on loop and like I'm happy with it, like,
Yeah.
that's all that matters, you know. And then I think from that energy, that's why I feel like people really resonate with my music or fuck with it, or they tell me like, "Yo, your shit's dope," and, you know, because I'm not expecting it. I just love making music.
So if there's anybody out here right now, we're gonna close it out with this. Is there anybody out right now? You already gave a shout out, but is there anybody out here right now that you think deserve some love, that needs some push, that, you know, they not getting enough look right now, or they getting look and they need more look and they need more love? Is there anybody you want to, like, you know what I'm saying, who doing a really good job, or you just want to like let them
My
know?
boy K Loud, man.
Oh, shout out that, shout out that, shout out that, shout out. Hold on, that's the wrong button. Shout out that, 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 shout out that. That's that boy K Loud.
He be grinding. He be dropping like content left and right. He be shooting with Lisco a lot. Like he be pushing. Like his work ethic and everything is just like, I'm like, yo, this boy is on it. But like his whole little like, it's not just K Loud. It's K Loud Wolf.
Yeah.
It's fucking Kid Parrish, Kid Friendly, fucking Fabrics. Like just those guys alone right there. Like they all are doing great shit. But I just feel like people just ain't giving them the flowers yet, you know? But they grinding. They grinding. And I see it. And I'm like, damn, they hungry and they ready.
Yeah. Shit. And with that being said, Nonsense, I want to thank you for coming out to the podcast.
Appreciate you guys for having me.
sir.
And before we head out, June 13th, come to the Tempe Marketplace in the evening time.
We'll be there.
He's going to be DJing some beats. I'm going to be DJing some beats.
Probably doing Moto's set too.
Yeah.
Moto's going to be there too.
Yeah.
Moto's like, what are you doing? I'm like,
so you're going to have half of the Phoenix Cypher DJing at the Tempe Marketplace June 13th, starting at 4 p.m. I should say 5, because technically we'll be there at 5.
What time is it? 5 to what?
It's actually from 6 to 9. Like,
it's a 9?
Yes.
I kept thinking 7. I don't know why.
But yeah, we'll all be there at 5 p.m.
Okay.
So yeah, y'all need to come out. Like seriously, come out.
Tempe Marketplace. I'll be playing some beats.
Come out.
Cutting, scratching. Got Don Moto doing a performance too, so I'll be doing that shit too. So come out.
For sure. That's it.
We out.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Yeah.
Yo, that was dope.
Sir, we're back with Valley of the Beats, a podcast, and our very last but not least guest. This person is a multi-creative, and we're definitely going to talk about that. I don't want to make a big introduction because she got a lot to share. Let's make some noise for Destiny Rose the Scorpio. And we're not sponsored by Starbucks.
No, we are not. We are not sponsored by Starbucks. But we do support DEI. You know what I'm saying? We do have diversion, equity. We are diversity, equity, and inclusion. As we do have women on our podcast, we support all races, disabled, and religious. Do they count? I don't know. Either way.
Any size, any shape, any color, any gender, basically.
Yeah.
Hey. How are you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited. I'm excited to interview with you guys. It's been a while since I've seen you guys.
Yeah, since the nonsense party, right?
Yeah, it's a Nonsense / Phoenix Cypher event. Destiny Rose did perform at the event and had the crowd in awe. Like, matter of fact, there was a crowd member throwing rose petals at her.
Yeah. She literally oh my gosh, she was so cool. She literally was so excited and happy to hear my music that she ripped petals off of her rose and just threw them at me. And she's like, I've never done that before. I don't know what made me do that, but it made me feel so good. You know what I mean? I'm
right?
Like, it's so cute.
Was that that wasn't the homie?
No,
that was just a random person that just was like, damn, okay, girl. props,
Yeah.
bro. Props to you. Okay, props to you, girl. You got people throwing flowers for you and shit. You ever had that happen to you before?
I've never had that happen to me before.
That is
Never.
amazing. That's an amazing feeling. I likes that. I likes that.
Yeah. Everyone's been super supportive. I think I've been in the music scene, or like taking the music scene more seriously and trying to be more involved, probably for like the past, it's about to be a year. And I've just met so many like really dope people, like you guys, you know what I mean? A lot of people that are super supportive. A lot of people from the Cypher, the Treehouse, shout out.
Talk more into the microphone. It's
Oh,
like,
my bad.
yeah, you get. Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Yeah, a lot of people from the Cypher and from like the Treehouse and like Phoenix Hip Hop. So it just feels really good to be a part of a community, because I used to just do this all like by myself in my house. You know what I mean? And I was just like, how do I get out there? Like, how do I, be a part of the community? And literally, like, you just gotta like go to events.
Gotta go. We gotta get outside. Gotta be a part of. What was your favorite event so far? Like, what do you feel like was like your biggest event?
Oh, I feel like every event that I've had has been amazing, like in its own way. But I would say that my favorite and the one that I'm most proud of myself for is probably the first event I ever went to. It was the writer's block. And that was the first time that I had like ever rapped in front of like anybody, like, so before then I was like rapping in the shower, like in my living room, like with my pets and stuff, You like this? I have a cockatoo and a chihuahua, and my cockatoo fucking loves music, so he'll be like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And my little sister, she's dope too. She's 19, so she like knows all like the upcoming trends and stuff, and she's just like, yeah, I don't like that. Or she'll be like, yeah, that's
fire. That's just fire.
Yeah.
You got your own little critique in the house.
Yeah. So when Writer's Block happened, somebody like invited me. They're like, oh, there's gonna be an event, like make sure you bring like some raps if you want, and I heard a dope beat and everybody was just being very like supportive, and I'm like, okay, cool, like there's not a lot of ego here, so I feel comfortable, and then that's when I just jumped in, and then from then I made like so many like new friends and like had a lot of opportunities. So yeah,
that's dope, because I was actually there when that happened. Yeah, I was there, and everybody just supported her, and it seemed like from that point on it's been taking off.
Yes.
Doing events and stuff like that. So,
Tight shit. What was the writer's block like?
It's like a small group of people that come together, and they actually have producers as well. So I originally went there to play some beats, but they didn't have enough time. But plenty of rappers came through, such as who was there that night? Because there was a bunch of people there.
There was a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people in the scene. Like if you even just keep up with like Writer's Block, like you'll see similar faces too. Yeah.
Do they still do it? Is it still going?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It was Henny, Unorthodox.
Yeah, dogs.
Who else?
Salute.
Yep. Dr. LaFlo.
Lotus. Lotus was there. Yeah.
Damn, I missed out on some good.
Yeah.
I need to pop out.
Yeah.
I'll pop out to the next one. So like, do you consider yourself? I see you got the turntable. Do you consider yourself like a DJ or a producer?
So my passion is music and like the arts. So I feel like it's my like duty as like a human experiencing like my life as an artist to like tap into so many different art forms. And music has always been like my go-to outlet. And music has helped me so much throughout my life that I feel like as I grew, I went from like singing to like writing music to playing the guitar to playing like instruments, and then like I started raving, and then I started DJing, and then I started tapping into producing like on my machine. So like I've always just been like really excited to try everything out. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So how many instruments do you play actually? Because I saw you play like more than 5.
Yeah. So I play. Okay, let's start from when I was little. When I was little, my mom was trying to take guitar lessons, and like she just does not have the patience to be sitting there, So there was like an acoustic guitar sitting there for years, and like I started playing by ear and like trying to teach myself. So I started with the acoustic guitar, and then in school I joined band, and then I played the clarinet, and then I played the violin, and then I played the electric guitar. I started playing the drums. I really like the drums a lot. And then I also started teaching myself how to play the cello, which is really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve Lacy. Okay.
Yeah.
He did. Damn.
Steve Lacy actually is a really big inspiration for me. Like, I love how he's always, my motto is like, I make it do what it does, like with what I have, you know? And the fact that he like made his song like on an iPhone, on a broken iPhone, you know, is like sick to me. That's super
was broken?
inspiring. Yeah, you didn't see it. It was like all cracked. I think they have it like in a museum. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I need to look into Steve Lacy a little bit more. Oh shit.
Yeah, so I always keep up with a lot of like underground or like upcoming artists, and he's definitely someone that I've been following since his like little baby days. So he's
Okay.
hella cool.
He said recently he wasn't dropping nothing until y'all learned how to appreciate his recent album.
And I respect him for that. I respect, you know, like a lot of I feel like as an artist, like a lot of, I wouldn't say like blood, sweat, and tears. Like we're not like laboring, but like there's definitely some sweat being put in like in the studio when you're in there for hours, or
Some
like
labor. There's some labor.
yeah,
in there.
emotional, like spiritual labor too. Like you want to like make it sound how you're feeling at the moment, you know? So I don't honestly blame him for saying like, yo, you need to show me some more love before I overextend myself, and you know what I mean? Put something out there that I'm not going to get love for, you know?
I hear that. My next question is like, since you do all these creative stuff with music, like where's your go-to? Like, do you start with, let's say you're creating a track, do you start with making the beat, or do you just pick a beat and start writing lyrics and start singing, or do you start rapping? Like, what's your approach?
So I've learned throughout the years and throughout like, you know, picking up different stuff like DJing or like playing instruments, that I feel my most confident when I'm using my voice. Like if I can't use my voice, I feel like I need to scream, you know what I mean? So there's some times where like I love DJing, and then there's times where like I put it away for like a month, you know what I mean? But my approach is I actually just start like writing. Like I'll either like hear a melody in my head and like start going off of that and just start writing kind of like poetry style, you know? And then I'll start like looking up like type beats on YouTube, like depending on the vibe that I would like. And then that's when I like to get with producers and say like, hey, like I have this BPM, I have this like vibe that I want, you know? And then we kind of just like form on the spot. Like I'll even write on the spot too.
So y'all recreate the beat basically?
No, I don't ever do that. I feel like if I hear a beat that I like let's say if I'm on like type beats on YouTube or something, I'm like, oh, that's dope. Like I really like that BPM. I kind of like that effect, but I've heard another effect on this other beat that I like. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I kind of let the producers do their thing too, because I feel like when there's multiple people putting their energy, it kind of just like does its own thing, you know?
Yeah.
Better me, if I hear a beat I like, I'm gonna go rip them stems up and go get that bitch. Hell yeah.
Shoot. My next question is, since Tay mentioned that, like when it comes to production, do you like sample, or do you create everything from scratch? Like, what's your approach?
No, yeah, like everything is definitely from scratch. So I started making beats on my machine when I was 16, and like that's when I first started trying to teach myself like the effects like that's on the machine, because there's a lot that goes to producing. So I want to give like a round of applause to like producers, because
We can clap that up here.
man, like there's so much different kinds of like software that you have to learn. You have to have an ear for, you know, sound. You know, you have to be a nerd, and like I've always been a nerd my whole life, so I'm like, hell yeah, nerd power, you know?
You hear keys?
I could, yeah. So I can like match pitch. Like I don't know, my ear's always been crazy, you know?
That's a fucking God. That's a gift. That's a gift. I forgot what they call those people. Pitch perfect, I think, or like
It's pitch perfect and relative pitch.
Yeah.
so. Yeah, when you could just be like,
Or if someone's singing,
minor,
like I can like harmonize with them or like do some cool stuff in the background, which I really enjoy doing.
what's the highest note you can hit?
Ooh, I don't even know. I haven't even figured that out, but now I'm gonna write that on my list.
Yeah, I've seen like, I know they got like little tools you can test like how high or just find out like if you're like baritone, tenor or something like that. So I tried one of those. Shit hurts your throat when I've accidentally went a little too high. It felt like I fucking poked out of a condom or something and like broke my throat.
You were trying to get your Mariah Carey on.
Oh God, she would kill it. That shit.
Yeah. So with Machine, like I would just like load sounds that I like. Like I'll go through hundreds of sounds on my machine until I like make my own groups kind of thing. Oh, they're getting it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope it's not bleeding into what we got
Uh-oh.
going on. It's cool. We ain't nothing stopping the power. Continue on. Continue on.
So yeah, I'll make my groups like based off of like some sounds that I like, and I literally just like produce things on my own. But again, like I'm still learning that. My stepdad was a producer. He passed away 2 years ago, and he like left me with all of his equipment. So I'm still learning how to use everything.
Okay.
But I'm really excited, and I'm like I just love shadowing different producers too, and seeing like how their approach is, you know, because everyone's different and everyone's hella unique.
Okay.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, there is gonna be a beat making class on May 23rd. So if you're interested, you should come out.
I'm so down. You know I'm there. I'll be there. That sounds cool. Where is it gonna be at?
It's gonna be here at the studio.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's gonna be sick.
So my next question is, far as like working and collaborating, like if you was to collaborate with somebody, like what would be the way for them to approach you?
Oh, so I'm a yapper, and I'm very social.
Yeah.
So like literally if you just like hit me up on Instagram, my name is on Instagram is Destiny Rosa Scorpio, all together, all one word. I'm pretty open about like going through like my DMs and like, you know, collaborating with people.
That's because a lot of times some people want to collaborate but don't know how to approach.
Right?
You know?
No, and then there's also some people too where like I don't know, like I've definitely been there. Like before I started putting music out, I still have to put more music out that I have like in the vaults, you know?
Yeah.
But like before, when I didn't have anything out, I would reach out to producers, and of course they didn't know my talent. They didn't have anything to refer to, so they would just kind of like blow me off. I'm like, oh, okay. So that for that reason, from that experience, I'm very like, yeah, what's up? Like show me your beats, you know? And then it's always a hit or miss too, because everyone does have like different styles. I'm pretty diverse, but one thing that I've noticed about a lot of my music is that I'm very into like storytelling. Like I want to make like a vibe. Like I want you to be able to feel like you're there and kind of like paint a picture in your head. Yeah. So
Because I did like that song. You did a song. It was like really, was it funkish? I think I forgot what you performed it, bro. I really liked that. I wanted to really work with you after that, bro. I really do. I still do. I still do. It is in the. Excuse me. It's still. It's still in the work. So like, yeah, we definitely gotta click on some shit. 'Cause if y'all don't know, like if y'all were there for that performance, bro, she's hot shit, bro. Not like hot shit like she's bad, but like hot shit like she's good.
with that too. Respectfully.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Stunt. We tell every podcaster. We ain't tell the last one, but like when you in a chair, you know, you the best. You the best of the best. There's nobody better than you when you in a chair, bro. You gotta own that shit, bro.
Even when you're out of the chair, you know, like even if you feel like you're not getting as many like views or like follows or anything, like as long as you're being true to yourself and you feel good what you're doing, like you have the bravery to put that out there. Not a lot of people have the bravery, you know.
It's just programming to make you feel like
small.
Yeah, because you're not as big as the next person. That's really big out here on that. We gotta stop that.
Like a lot of people ask me like, who do you listen to? Like who inspires you? And like of course there's like some producers that I really, really fuck with that like do inspire me.
Like who?
Well, like I really love The Alchemist, and I love I don't know if you guys know who Ramirez is. He's kind of like on the line of like Suicide Boys, but he's like Mexican. Okay. Like I just listen to a lot of diverse people, but their beat making skills and the way they make me feel, I'm like, ooh. Like I remember the first Alchemist song I ever heard. It was Rey Mysterio, and I had that shit on repeat.
I rapped on that beat, bro. I did a remix.
Really, I want to hear it. I had that on repeat, and like I was like, I really like this song, and my friend was like, this scary ass beat. I'm like, yes, because it makes me feel like how, you know what I mean? It makes me feel like I'm like being transported through. Yeah, it's very cold. So yeah, definitely like storytelling kind of beats, or even the simple ones. Like, you know, you can do a lot.
Yeah.
So who did you grow up on as far as like all the like music? Like what music?
Oh, this is my favorite thing to talk about. So I was lucky enough to be influenced by a lot of like musically inclined people in my family. So one thing that I noticed was, so my parents split up when I was 2 years old, but because they split up, I was able to experience them as like an individual,
Yeah.
which was really dope because my mom and dad, like their music style was very different. Like with my mom, I grew up listening to more like Latin stuff, like salsa, cumbia, like mana, like Latin rock. She was definitely more like on the Spanish side. And then with my dad, like he's a drummer, so he put me on to like Gorillaz was my favorite like album when I was like 5. He would put me on to like alternative rock, a lot of reggae.
Talking about like the cartoon gorillas, like
The Gorillaz, yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And then so he put me onto a lot of alternative stuff, a lot of reggae. And then with my stepdad, he was really into like a lot of alternative independent hip hop mixed with like EDM music and like house music, So I had like all these kinds of music going around me. And I think one thing that really helped me to work out my muscle in my brain that has to do with music is my dad would actually he was in love with like jazz, so he would play jazz music and he would be like, do you hear that, like, do you hear that frequency or like that instrument, or he would have me tell him which instrument was what, which was really cool because it got me to listen to different frequencies and
That's
stuff.
actually kind of fire. You just
Yeah,
your parents
definitely
are
is.
training you.
Yeah, we would be in the truck and we would be in there for like a while. Like we would just be bumping music and he'd be like, you hear that? You hear that? Like what instrument is that? You know what I mean?
Did this like music a thing in your family, like a long line of things in your family, or was it just
Yeah.
like recently in your generation?
Yeah, so my great grandpa, he actually had a band. He would play like 50s like rock and roll mixed with like Tejano music, which is like basically like Mexican music, with like a band. And he would go like play at the clubs and stuff, but like I'm going to get a little intimate here.
Okay.
So he a lot of people have generational trauma, and unfortunately, like he wasn't like in the right mindset to take it seriously and to turn it into like a positive thing. So he would just kind of like go with his friends and like, drink and get drunk and just have a good time instead of like take the music seriously, so obviously it didn't really go anywhere. After that, my uncle taught himself how to play the guitar. So when I was little, I would watch him do that. And then that's what kind of like sparked me, along with my dad, putting me onto music and stuff to like pursue it. But I'm like the first person in my family to like really take this seriously. And it's really cool because a lot of people are like, no, don't do it. You're going to waste your time. And my family's definitely told me that too. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, this is my calling, like I'd rather be myself and be alone than to be like sitting in the back wishing,
Right.
It's like the firstborn of graduate. You know how they always ask at graduation and like,
yeah.
who was like, are you first time? Are you
And I'm first gen graduate too. I actually just graduated.
Yay! You hey, what'd you graduate in?
So the school that I graduated from, it's called Paul Quinn. It's in Texas. It's a HBCU college, which I'm actually really blessed that I got to be educated at a HBCU place because even though like I'm not black, like I am like what is the word? Like it's like a minority. I'm a minority. So the way that they kind of taught us was to like how to survive like as a minority, in this world, in this matrix.
Do white people go to HBCU?
Yeah.
Not a lot. I mean, there's a little bit, but
That's crazy.
Not really, because at the end of the day, the HBCU is there to actually educate people, get their
Yeah.
education. And, way back then, people were getting discriminated. So to now have white people come to HBCU just show how much change.
right?
Yeah.
It kind of shows like those are our allies. You know what I mean? Like they want to know, like they want to,
Like I ain't hating it. It's just I thought like it was an all black college. Like I never knew like how that worked. Like do they not accept other people?
Yeah. No,
Hispanic,
majority of them are definitely minorities. There's a lot of Hispanic and black people that go there. I have yet to have experienced like being in a class with another white person, but in high school I was the only brown person, so it definitely made me feel better.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember coming first out here to the high school and like I'm from Chicago, so my accent, they always like, why you say it like that? Like when you say I'm going to go somewhere, I'm like, I'm finna hit that. I'm saying,
I'm finna hit the stove.
like, why you talk like that? What you mean? That's fire though. I never met somebody outside of that who went to a HBC. Did you ever visit campus?
So unfortunately I didn't. So that was the hard part. So I'm first gen, and then like I do come from like a family that kind of, I wouldn't say like we make do with what we have, but like growing up we struggled a little financially, you know. So I was trying my best to like transfer the cheapest way possible, and like it ended up being like an opportunity where they were like, oh, if you do online, your tuition will be like way cheaper. So I was like, okay, let's do it. But I definitely prefer like in person because I love to connect with people, you know. But it was a pretty dope experience.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And I also remember you telling me about the graduation situation. So what happened with that?
Okay, so with the graduation situation, you know, it's like it's in Texas. I was trying to like get a hold of them because I wasn't sure about like the details, like how I was gonna get there. Like, are there any hotels that are close by? Like, you know, and like I think they were just kind of overwhelmed with all the students asking so many questions that they took a long time to get back to me. And they waited like a week before my graduation to be like, hey, yeah, so we can give you one ticket for you to come by yourself.
Oh,
and I was
no.
just like, what?
Yeah.
Like the whole point of this is like so I can have my family have my back and be like,
Right.
hey, good job. You know what I mean? And it would just feel very lonely. So I decided, hey, like I'm not gonna go. Like I don't want to scramble, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All that fucking money
All that work.
we paying you bum bitch ass institutions for these overpriced ass degrees that are damn near useless when you get out if you don't have experience, and you get started off with the minimum wage anyway. Just suck a dick. All right, I'm so fucking fed up with hearing these stories of people getting screwed over because y'all plaster this American education system all over the fucking place. I'm so sorry that happened to you. They can go
Yeah, thank you.
suck a dick.
Yeah.
For
But
real.
it's all good because at the end of the day, like we were actually just talking about this too. Jamaal hit me up and he's like, I've been there, like, but like the key is just to get your degree, you know. And I feel you when you say like when you graduate, it almost feels like, you know, your degree doesn't mean shit. Cause like I think I've applied to like so many jobs and like it's like always almost if you had a little bit more experience, and I'm just like,
what the fuck do you think I'm doing?
so what I did is that I just kind of took everything that I learned from school that has to do with like business and marketing, and I'm just like using it with my music. So it's, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's work. I'm making it work for me. Yeah, definitely. But I am rolling my eyes a little bit about like that whole situation.
Nah, they can go like kick rock, slip on the acorn, and fall on the bag of dicks. I'm so serious. Is that like not okay for me to say on this platform? That's not fuck that. I'm supporting local producers and local female producers. You know what I'm saying? We DEI over here, and they can suck a DICK fucking cop out, like for real.
It's gonna be like bloop, bloop,
Yeah.
like the whole the doop.
Yeah, on Instagram, but TikTok you could get, you know, a little bit more raunchy. Yeah.
You could be real on TikTok.
Yeah.
We could be real on TikTok. TikTok don't always censor everything.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Tell me about this little Pioneer thing you got right here. Because my dad is a DJ and he used a lot of Pioneer. He still does use a lot of Pioneer shit. It's like some of his favorite fucking equipment. Like,
That's dope.
so like, is this your favorite brand or like favorite thing? Have you just had it for a long time?
So this was like my first deck. And then I started DJing, I think like 2 years ago. Has it been 2 years? Or like a year and a half, something like that. Like a year and a half, something like that. So the way that I got into DJing, actually, it's kind of crazy. Like, okay, so it was 2 years ago. It was New Year's. My grandparents had COVID. My mom was sick. My sister was sick. I was the only one that wasn't sick. And like, I was just in my house, like, you know, having FOMO, like scrolling on Instagram, like everyone's partying, everyone's having fun. And I'm just like home. I was just like not having it. So I scroll and I see the festival Decadence pop up on my Instagram, and I see a bunch of people there, and I saw like one person that I kind of kind of sort of knew. I had met her maybe like a couple times before. So I literally dropped $200 on a ticket at like 8:30 p.m. Like,
God damn.
I've always dressed like creatively and like loved doing my makeup super crazy. So I just got ready and then I pulled up by myself and then everyone was like, "Oh my God, I love your outfit. Like how long have you been raving?" I'm like, "This is like my first time, you know?" But like seeing everybody like express themselves so artistically and look crazy, and there's lights and there's different kinds of stages and different music, and everyone's like so nice, like giving me jewelry, like, you know what I mean, like saying like welcome, like it just felt like a safe space. That really inspired me, not just for DJing but also for videography. So I was like, when I first went, I was like, dude, I want to be that camera guy, like capturing all this energy so I could show people like, dude, y'all need to come through. And like I had never raved or anything before then, so like going to a festival by myself was a lot. You know what I mean? And it was dope. So after that, I started getting more into like the DJ community, started making a lot of like cool friends. And then one of my friends, he actually started like showing me how to DJ because my stepdad used to mix, and I didn't know this, but once I bought my first deck, my mom was like, "You know, your stepdad used to throw raves, right? And he used to like mix and stuff." And I'm like, okay, to help like me grieve in a positive way after he passed away, I was like, dude, I need to like get back into DJing and like my music and stuff. So I went to Guitar Center. I found this deck. Somebody recommended it for me as like a starter deck, and I bought it. And then I ended up working at a Guitar Center for a little bit in the DJ section too, which was really cool. It's fun.
So when you went to your first rave, did you see a lot of drugs?
I didn't see a lot of drugs because I didn't know what to look for. You know what I mean? Like I said, like I'd been clubbing, I'd been, you know what I mean? But I had never gone to like a rave. So it took a couple times for me to like go and like kind of like pick up on signs of like what sketch, who's on drugs, where the drugs are, where to stay away from. You know what I mean? It definitely took me like a couple times, and like fortunately, like the friends that I had, they'd been like raving for like years. So they were like, "Stay away from here. This place is really cool." You know what I mean?
Were you guys like all the way in the front, the back, the middle? Like, what was y'all's sweet spot?
So we were everywhere, in the front, in the middle. We were also swapping stages too. So when different DJs would come on, we would go follow them. But I would say I'm very much a front and center kind of person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bold and furious.
I've always been front and center. Like I want to see the DJ damn near mixing and getting down because I want to be in that energy. I'm all about energy. I want to capture the energy. I want to feel the energy. I want to like just bask in it, you know?
Yeah.
Is that a go? Breathe in it, old nigga. Bask in it. I just had to say that. That's from Boondocks. Y'all probably won't get it. But like, do you ever hope to like throw your own rave one day, or be like, is there? I know there's like big raves like E40 or something like that. Fuck, I forgot what they were.
I definitely want to throw my own events, like especially after that experience. I was like, wow, like I really want to throw my own festival and like have like local DJs and artists and producers like showcase their thing, you know? And I want to create like an inclusive space where it's just literally all about like creating.
Right.
Like it's no one's competing, no one's like paying me to play, no one's having to fight for a good spot. It's like, all right, we're gonna get you here, and it would be dope to have like multiple stages too, you know, so I can have like different genres going on too.
Yeah, we play some hot shit right now. We might be able to get some people inspired.
Hell yeah.
That would be cool. Are you should we mix right now?
Okay, tell me.
Okay,
You tell me.
I'm probably gonna do like some Latin house right now. I'm kind of feeling some Latin house, but
Okay.
I'm so grateful for like the rave scene. Just to go back to that really quick before I start mixing, because it really helped me to embrace myself fully, like as an artist, and to like find my identity, you know?
Yeah.
Because when you're out there, especially like in the rave scene, everybody's expressing themselves to the fullest. So you're almost like, dang, like why am I so scared why am I holding back? Like,
Right.
how come I don't have that person's confidence, you know? So after that, I was just like, dude, I'm gonna I want to do everything. And I'm very like curious when it comes to different genres too. So I've DJ'd like techno, like, you know what I mean? Like hard techno. I've done like house, Latin house, R&B, like some peak time techno, like just a bunch of different stuff, you know? Yeah.
Dope.
Okay. Well, let's get this shit kicking right now. We finna kick off some shit by Destiny Rose. Y'all finna sit here and listen to this shit, and y'all gonna fuck with this shit or face the consequences. Are there any? No, because I legally can't do that. But that doesn't mean that karma won't come back and get you.
Right.
So we finna rock with this mix by Destiny Rose. Tune in right now. This ain't even live, but still tune in spiritually.
Yeah. And also, if you got any beats that you made on there, definitely play that. Hell yeah.
I don't think I brought any beats.
Oh no.
I should have brought my machine. If I would have known that we were going to be showcasing, I definitely would have brought my machine.
Either way, we're good because this is talent.
Okay,
this
cool.
is you.
Cool.
And we want to showcase that to the world. It's
Dope.
Shit.
I'm excited. All right, y'all ready?
Let's do it.
Do I like move this to the side or how we do this?
Yeah, you can keep the mic on you and you can just talk about what you're doing too.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm going to have this right here. If y'all can hear me, I'm going to tighten this up a little bit. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. You can see my controller's a little dusty because I've been like so focused on like the rap scene and like rapping, you know what I mean? So I'm excited to play. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Todas las choris, anda de party en party, moviendo el booty, se mandó mari. Todas las choris, anda de party en party, moviendo el booty, se mandó mari.
Papi, eso me lo metí, no puedo matar si me ves comiendo el yuri. Papi, yo sé lo que quieres, esto lo mujer y que te está shori. El que le está haciendo peor, culeado, ni si no en el vecino. No me importa miedo como mujer, sabes que también con las mujeres me no sé cómo. Papi, eso me lo metí, no puedo matar si me ves comiendo el yuri. Papi, yo sé lo que quieres, esto lo mujer y que te está shori. El que le está haciendo peor, culeado, ni si no en el vecino. No me importa miedo como mujer y sabes que también con las mujeres no sé cómo. Cuando me pega la muti, pongo más y si me después para el ley. Que se resete cuando arriba ve la y mi público una turno la otra vez te puede decir. Eso pique cuando me pega la mujer, pongo más y si me después para el play. Que se resete cuando arriba ve la y mi público una la otra vez te puede decir.
Que la hice la cogido, ya voy,
Por eso, por eso.
Maite de Thomas, o su movimiento fue que ella catona. Lo hace de pan y yo mirando las botonas. Que era de tona, en esta zona en la matadora. Me gusta el intento, la vida lento. A mí tú lo traes, eres bien que esto. A ti dile lo que si quieres tu pensamiento. No queda tendrá que yo también lo que hace la vez. O verá más te calmo, te entre los ojos. No va a pelear, no te decirá nada.
You put it back quick. You good. Good.
Yeah, I didn't realize like I was running out of time sometimes. But when I see I'm running out of time, like I'll do like a quick 8 count and I'll have it on repeat.
Like the nails, by the way.
Cuando le digo todo lo que él haría, pues imagíname lo que está haciendo. Dice que solo es una foto mía. ¿Qué pasará cuando nos encontremos? De seguro que se le picaría. Cuando estica.
So after this transition,
Ella pago me dice que quiere verme. Loca por conocerme, solo piensa en ese día. La fotografía es lo que le daña la
that was dope. That was dope. That was definitely a party. Like, shoot. Like, I should have asked you first, but I know you be busy with the other stuff. But I should have asked you for the June 13th at the Tipping Marketplace. Yeah, like, we have an event going on, and it's going to be crazy.
I mean, hey, if you have like a little set open, I would love to be a part of it. If you have room, or even for the next event.
If we don't, I'm gonna make sure I get you. I'm gonna try to get you. I'm not gonna try. I'm going to get you on the fucking house show in October. It's gonna be live. I've been telling them we need young DJs, young producers, to
especially women.
Oh yes,
women. Oh yes, bro.
Oh yeah, we didn't even get to talk. We didn't even get to talk about that though. There's a lot of like, it's kind of hard. It's like a hit or miss in the DJ community when it comes to girls, because a lot of people are kind of like, man, girls can't mix, and then there's a lot of other people that are like, we need more female DJs. You know,
we need more female DJs. We need more female producers, especially female producers, especially when there's a lot of women that sing and rap and just want to, you know, work with another woman that is just as impactful. Like, we need that. We need that in the music community.
Definitely.
You know what? With that being said, you've done some very great shit tonight. Obviously, you've been doing a good job so far. So firstly, I want to give you a round of applause for that. Decent bench trying. So, gotta support the women in our community, because without women, we wouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? Definitely need them. Now, is there anybody out there that you just want to show some love to, shout out? You know, anybody who's contributed to, like, you just, you know, up till now?
I want to thank everybody that I've ever had like a creative moment with in my life, like whether or not we still talk or not. You know, I know there's a lot of people that have definitely impacted my life, and like we don't even really talk anymore, but you can just see, like, even in my apartment, I've had so many amazing influences, whether it's through like music or art, or like the way I decorate my space, or the way that I find like grounding, you know, before I start creating. A lot of people have definitely impacted me. So I want to say thank you to everybody, and peace and love to everybody that I've ever had like an artistic experience with through music or art.
Gas.
And also, is there any more people that you want to shout out? Just anybody out there?
Oh, okay. So yeah. Okay, so I want to shout out Moto. Thank you, Moto. He's been coming through for me, like, really. He's a dope ass person. I was telling him after I performed at the Treehouse, he's like, so all that music that you performed is unreleased? I'm like, yeah, I've been sitting on those gems, like, not because I don't have anywhere to record or anything.
But I'll say this, sorry to cut you off, but please release the music. So the only reason why I haven't was because I didn't have anywhere to record, you know. I have the equipment, but like I said, I'm still like learning how to use everything. So he's dope. He's like, go ahead and come through, like we'll figure something out, like you gotta record.
I promise you, once you get to that point where if you even get your own shit at home, you gonna back up on so much fucking music. It's gonna feel like
some half projects all the time.
I have at least plus 100 songs that I will ever release, but that's because I don't have the stems for them no more.
But I want to thank also Kobe from Phoenix Hip Hop. He
gotta give my boy shout out Kobe, shout out Phoenix Hip Hop and what they've been doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you, Kobe. He actually connected me with Phoenix Cypher. He actually found me at Writer's Block, and then he ended up like interviewing me for one of my first interviews, which was cool. Like everything was just super aligned. Phoenix Cypher's dope. The Treehouse, Jamaal, Valley of the Beats, y'all. Like I just want to say thank y'all too. This was super dope, and I'm super happy to be here. This was hella fun.
Hell yeah.
Oh, so you want to shout out Ian?
Oh yeah.
That's what I was waiting on. Like when she go
My
like,
boy Ethan. Thank you for always being behind the scenes, being my camera person, for always supporting me, for always helping me get set up. Some things with technology, I'm like, how do you do this? And he just takes over for me. So thank you.
if you wouldn't shout him out, I wouldn't been. He would have been like, yo, take your own damn pictures now. But yeah, for sure. Well, y'all, that was motherfucking Valley of the Beats episode. I mean, we don't say the episode, but just you gonna know what episode it was when it dropped.
Yes.
All right.
And one more thing, I want to say rest in peace to Eric E. Freeze. He just recently passed. He was one of those producers that released music constantly, post constantly. So shout out to him. Shout out to his family.
My bad. I'm so sorry. Can I clear up?
Hey, what the hell? I'm just kidding.
That was the end.
done.
We're done. That's the end of the episode. We out.
Okay.
Peace.
Peace and love, y'all. Thank you.